Huddle up, Steelers Nation. It's Tank and Mike for Steelers Chalk Talk. Mikey, a buddy of mine sent me this. The team of the decade, 1980 Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Green, Mike Webster, oh my God, Rocky Blyer, Cliff Stout. I won't mention Cliff Stout, but Terry Bradshaw. I'm not going to equate yesterday's win over the Buffalo Bills, but the team of the decade of the 80s would have been proud of that victory yesterday up in Buffalo, because a lot of you out there in Steelers Nation did not think we were going up to Buffalo and pull out a victory. The old tanker did, but I'm going to leave my ego aside. What did you see happen up there? Why did we win this game?
I think it was basically special teams and defense. They put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen, had him flustered a couple bit. He made some great throws, but he also struggled on some just average throws. Great play by Cam Sutton, great play by the D-line, Cam Hayward. TJ Watt, obviously he's going to get the notoriety, but I think the unsung hero was Cam Hayward coming up the middle and pushing Josh Allen up and out. And then again, the special teams play was huge. It kind of got the momentum, the block punt. It wasn't the prettiest for the offense. It really wasn't, but they got the job done, and that's the thing that's most important. Sometimes
really a tale of two cities with the offense. So the first half offense and the second half offense, two different things. And you've told me in the past, again, Mike played for the Eagles, Mike played for the Lions. He knows what the hell he's talking about. We've talked about this before. Going into game one, the defense has the advantage. It's not like the offense that needs to grow and mature.
Tell that to Tampa and Dallas from Thursday night. But no.
Our Kansas and the Clowns yesterday putting up all those points.
Yes, but you are correct. But again, the defense did a great job. The offense, again, they wasn't the prettiest, but they got a win with not their best stuff on the road. That's a good sign.
Great sign. Let's talk about the first half with the offense, then the second half. Okay, apparently, and we knew this going in. Here, I'm gonna put this Iron City can back there so I can move my hands around a little bit. I already drank the Iron City out of that. Look, we knew going into the Buffalo game that this offensive line hadn't had much time together. And you gotta say the word over and over again. Rookie, 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 all over that offense, okay? Nerves. First NFL game, going up to Buffalo to that hostile atmosphere. I'm going to pin a little bit of this on the nerves. And second of all, mostly, that offensive line had no real time together. The surprise Dan Moore starting at left tackle only happened last week, man.
Yeah, but he's got to step up fast because, like you said earlier, we were talking off camera, he's going to get Ben hurt if he doesn't get it together. And, obviously I think the rookie center, I think he did a great job. There's a few holes here and there. But again, when they did get their blocking assignments down, and you saw it in the third quarter, you got a little bit of a taste what Najee Harris can do.
This is what I like in the second half. Again, that first half, I'm not going to call it an aberration. Rookie, learning. First NFL stadium, first game, the nerves were there. The first half, you got a problem at left tackle. Go and watch the tape. I know Dan Moore just got thrown in there. I know he's a rookie. I know he's going to get better, but there's a real problem right now. Even if you get Zach Banner back and you put Zach Banner at right tackle, you're going to move Chuks Okafor over there. Right now, I see no difference in both of them, and they're going to get Ben killed. Watch the tape. They're getting blown back into Ben. He's got to do the quick release again.
Well, he's got to get the ball quick. They can help him out a little bit with maybe moving the tight end over with Freiermuth. Obviously, I like Freiermuth better than Ebron. I think Freiermuth does a little bit better job in the blocking. I think he's a little bit more aggressive when he catches the football. But again, he can get in there and help that left tackle, help that blind side, maybe get a little double team, and then you can kind of release him out on a tight end delay. You saw Gronk do that with the Bucks. You saw Kelsey do that with the Chiefs this past week. I really like Freiermuth. I'd like to get him involved a little bit more. But again, he can help block on the offensive line. And I would say the other thing is they need to address it. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble when they come see Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett off those sides. Because Patrick Mahomes was struggling a little bit as well. And you saw Tyreek Hill coming down the speed motion on the jet sweep. And Jadeveon Clowney came right up the field and wrapped him up. And he wrapped the cheetah up like it was the cheetah got tackled by the lion.
Yeah, right.
But again, Buffalo, they didn't bring their best stuff. Pittsburgh didn't bring their best stuff, but Pittsburgh pulled it out.
Absolutely. So when you get into that second half, you saw marked improvement with the offensive line. Look at the tape again, and Mike, I know you understand this. They tightened up their gaps on that offensive line a little bit. Normally you want about 2 yards between, 2.5 if you're really comfortable. When they came out in that second half, man, they tightened up a little bit to get that wall of movement going.
Yeah, you know, it's just getting your footwork together, the timing down. You know, everyone talks about the timing in the passing game and stuff, but there's timing in the run game, and there's a reason why, as quarterbacks, we would go out before practice, work on timing. You know, the footwork with the running backs, the footwork with the center taking the snap. There's timing there, and just the way the quarterback and the running back need to have timing handing the ball off. The center and the guard and the right tackle and the left tackle, they all gonna have the right timing, passing off the blocks. You know, double teaming and getting up to that second level.
Claypool, Juju, Deontay Johnson, even Mr. Washington, somebody was saying in preseason he doesn't want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, gets involved. Fryer, tuck and go, Freiermuth, all get involved in the passing game in the second half. Unbelievable. I'm telling you right now, Claypool ends up a Hall of Famer in 13 years from now. If he keeps playing like this, Mike, the way he moves his body, the way his hands.
He is a tremendous athlete. He's got a little bit of like what you possibly could see from Calvin Johnson with the Lions. The way his range, his catching radius. He's got to stop the off the field antics and the little chippiness, the fighting, pulling guys off. Look,
he's 21 years old, Mike. He's 21 years old. I want him to be chippy.
You're right. You're right. But it's time for Mike Tomlin to reel that group in and say, look, you're going to do it off the field. Okay, fine. But when you're causing 15-yard penalties on offense, you're hurting us.
I thought
that's got to stop.
I thought the call around the pile was really garbage by the ref to jump in there like that. Let him play. Nobody threw any punches. I'm going to move on to this. And arguably, Mark and I talked about this during the offseason. If this passing game continues to elevate, get better each week, and we're going to get to Ben Roethlisberger, because I was sitting in a bar yesterday up at Seven Springs, and some yunzer started right away. At Roethlisberger, you gotta go, he stinks. This wide receiving core, Mike, if they continue to perform at this level, is arguably one of the top 5 in the league.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, Ben's definitely not done. You saw when he threw it on time with his feet in rhythm, great accurate throws. Now, he's getting used to the new offense a little bit. He can't be trying to run around, you know, scramble and letting the ball hang down here like he used to when he was younger, because he's not quite as fast. But, you know, he's getting used to it.
He had a 15-yard scramble.
He's got the arm strength. He's got the accuracy. He's getting used to the offense. But when you see Chase Claypool going up, making those one-on-one catches, he wasn't really open, okay? But, you know, they throw it up. They call it a 50-50 ball. When you got Chase Claypool going up against a 5'8", a 5'9" corner, that's not a 50-50 ball anymore. That's an 80-20, a 90-10 ball. And now teams are going to be forced to shift the coverage over to Chase Claypool the way they did when they had Antonio Brown. And now all of a sudden you're going to see Juju and Deontay Johnson start to open back up. And once that happens, then you're going to see that run game start going more and more and more. Najee Harris, and then again, the tight end. I'd like to see the tight end a little bit more involved. Ebron had a catch. Freiermuth had a few. I'd like to see them more involved.
Yeah, they weren't around for the first half. Ben Roethlisberger, for you Yunzers, especially that guy up the bar at Seven Springs, he's got to go. You're out of your freaking mind.
Well, who's still? You're not going to put Dwayne Haskins in right now because he's going to make turnovers. And fortunately for Ben, you know, he had a fumble. The Stil'rs recovered. He had an interception. It was called back.
Mike,
I was a little bit hesitant on that call, but again, Ben is definitely your best choice at quarterback right now. You're not going to go out and find anyone better than him.
Mike, what you're into, and a lot of you out there understand what I'm about to say. Do you remember Bubby Brister? Do you remember the 80s? You do not get a Hall of Fame quarterback in every draft. because I wear this black and gold jersey, because we are from Pittsburgh, nothing says that the next quarterback after Ben Roethlisberger or the next 4 quarterbacks after Ben Roethlisberger are going to be Hall of Famers or are going to lead them anywhere, because it all begins with the quarterback. Sorry, Steelers Nation, you're spoiled. Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger. Appreciate what he is right now in 2021. He's got skills. He made dart throws. The nice thing I liked, Mikey, and you know this, that little double pump fake, he did it with his shoulders a couple times yesterday, and he got the safety to stick because the safety didn't know where he was going. Well, that's still amazing to be able to do at 39.
Well, and as a quarterback, you're supposed to kind of do it with the shoulders and both hands on the football, because you don't want to take a chance of losing that ball. Now, Ben in the preseason, I saw he was going to throw it. He pulled it back down and then hit Freiermuth. And it's phenomenal. It says a lot about his
Can every quarterback do that?
No, they cannot.
That's right. That's why you want your Ben Roethlisberger.
But here's what you got. You got Najee Harris, the potential of a Hall of Fame running back right there, okay? Because he's got all the tools, 6'2", 220, and his speed, his vision. You get him a little bit on offensive line, phenomenal. You've got a good tight end coming up in Freiermuth. And you've got 3 really, really good receivers right now. 3 phenomenal receivers. So you've got the pieces around you. If Ben goes down, if you get someone else next year, you're still going to go through a little bit of growing pains. And at that point, the way the contracts are in today's game, the players will start to fizzle out. So they've got a nucleus in the offense right now. They need a little help in the offensive line. Maybe they can go out and pick someone up right now. Maybe they can trade for someone. They're going to need to do that. But they've got Ben, they've got a Pro Bowl quarterback, they've got a Hall of Fame quarterback, they've got unbelievable talent, Pro Bowl talent all around the ball in the offense, and they got a great defense. So again, you put a young guy in there, you're going to go through the growing pains, and by that time, 2-3 years down the road, you're going to have to pay Claypool and Deontay Johnson. Can you keep both? I don't know if you can. And then you have to pay Najee Harris. So right now, it's just Ben's team. He has all the tools around him. He has all the weapons around them. Can they get it done? And again, like I said, not their best stuff, but they got the win against a playoff team. That team will be in the playoffs.
This Cat Allen last year has 37 touchdown. I think 37, 5,000 yards close to passing.
I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but the Bills and the Browns will both be in the playoffs at the end of the season.
Bold prediction. All right, one last thing to talk to about this offense. Bye-bye, Randy Fichtner. Bye-bye, Todd Haley. Matt Canada's offense was distinctly, we saw it, even though it got shut down in the first half. This offense, Mike, did you like what you saw of it?
A little bit. I'd like to see a little bit more run, especially early on. I'd like to see a little bit more snaps under center, and I'd like to see the tight end involved. They kind of, they kind of went back to a little bit of that shotgun, get the ball out quick, 3-step. And it worked a few times, and a couple times it didn't, and the timing was off a few things, but there was far more variety on third down situations and in the second half than we have seen in the past 5 years.
And the biggest thing for the offensive coordinator is halftime adjustments. Halftime adjustments. What makes a great offensive coordinator? Knowing what's going on with his offense, what's not working, what is working. That halftime adjustment obviously worked. People getting in there and say, look, let's get it together, let's get focused.
Well, and obviously the turnovers help as well. The strip sack, TJ Watt on Josh Allen. There was, I believe, an interception. There was a block punt. So obviously those short fields for the offense help as well.
Time to talk some defense. And the win over the Buffalo Bills. First of all, did you see Cam Hayward after the game with his Lambert lunatic shirt on?
No, I did not.
It was beautiful, baby. Go check the tape. He had the Lambert's lunatic shirt on, and that's the kind of mentality I want from Cam Hayward. Mike, Cam Hayward and that defense played their lights out. So many things to talk about. First of all, Cam Hayward could have set up a table in that backfield, poured himself a glass of wine, had some filet mignon, some duck under glass, whatever the hell he wanted to eat. Cam Hayward looked 24 years old.
He was phenomenal, and he kind of played the role of when on a defensive side of the ball, when an offense runs, when a running back goes over 100 yards, you know, obviously it's a good running back, but it's usually the offensive line doesn't get the credit that they deserve for that running back. And Cam Hayward, you know, obviously TJ Watt gets a strip sack. If Cam Hayward's not in there, he does not get that strip sack.
Yep.
TJ Watt, he rushed high with the speed rush. Did he really beat his man? No, not on that play, but he kept on going. And when Josh Allen was pushed up in the pocket, he had nowhere to go. So he had to go back out to his left. We call it an up and out drill. And when he went out, then TJ came around and did the strip sack. But Cam Hayward was the one that caused that middle pressure that flushed Josh Allen, and Josh Allen had no clue where it came from, TJ Watt, because his motor kept on coming all the way around. Okay, that was a Cam Hayward, but again, who recovered that fumble? Cam Hayward.
The front eight for your Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday. Unbelievable job. Look, they were not playing the Altoona Chiefs minor league football team. Josh Allen took this team all the way to the AFC Championship last year, close to 40 touchdowns, close to 5,000 yards. That wide receiving core, those running backs Josh Allen has up in Buffalo, front eight really did a good job yesterday.
Yeah, and you saw the Buffalo Bills offensive line struggled. You know, they had,
and that's a great line.
And they had 3 holding penalties within the first quarter. I think they had 6 or 7 throughout the entire game. So they were holding on. But again, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Ingram has to be a great surprise.
What about
he walks out?
What about the other one?
Highsmith, Highsmith the hyena, whatever you want to come flying off the end there.
So now you got Highsmith, Ingram, and Watt in a 3-man rotation coming in and out with Cam Hayward and Tyson
Alualu up the middle.
I mean, the front 7, phenomenal.
Unbelievable. And when you get that kind of push, moving Josh Allen around in that pocket, and you saw a couple times he could not find an open receiver. When you get that kind of push, Mike, you played quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
That front eight, what does that do for the secondary?
It definitely helps the secondary. Now, Buffalo likes to go down the field a little bit more. Early on in that game, they were doing a lot of short stuff because of the pressure the Steelers were putting on them. But when they did try to go downfield, when Josh Allen did have the time to throw, the big surprise to me was Cam Sutton.
Oh,
I mean, he
game ball, baby. Game ball.
Stephon Diggs is an all-pro, top 3, top 4 receiver in the league, and he D'd him up. Now, obviously, you know, he got his catches, he got his balls, but he didn't get in the end zone. And Gabriel Davis, he scored, and Cam Sutton was there, but that ball was perfectly thrown on a perfectly timed, and it was a perfect coverage, and it was a phenomenal catch. But Cam Sutton, great coverage throughout the entire day. A corner that comes up and makes a tackle on 4th in inches, and they're going for it, and he sticks him for a 3-yard loss in the backfield. Huge momentum changer. Definitely helps the offense out as well. Cam Hayward, Cam Sutton, my 2 MVPs of the Steelers on defense.
Absolutely. Look, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Did you forget about him? Man, he is turning into just, well, Mr. Wonderful in my eyes. Plus, he was playing a little snarky yesterday, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want him to hit people. I want him to be snarky.
Yeah.
I want him to play Steelers defense.
He played very well. You know, he did get fooled a little bit a couple times on a double move, and he got away with the hold. Stephon Diggs kind of put it on him, and the refs let him play because, you know, when that double move, a lot of times the DBs are taught, hey, get that arm out there. Let's give up the penalty. Let's give up the yards. Let's not give up the touchdown. And the refs didn't throw it, so he got away with 1. But again, Minkah Fitzpatrick, obviously he's a Pro Bowler as well. So when you got Minkah, Cam Sutton, and obviously you still have Joe Hayden.
Oh, Hayden also yesterday.
I mean, you've got a nucleus on the defense that when they make those stops, and then you get the special teams with the block punt, the stop on 4th down at the 50-yard line. That is a game changer. That is momentum for the offense. When you get that ball on that side of the 50, or when your defense or special teams scores a touchdown, you could maybe be like, well, you really played too great today. Thank God we got that defense. How we get these points? That defense, that special teams. So that's a huge help for the offense as well.
Mike, what is this
Takes the pressure off them.
Definitely. What does this do for a young team in a lot of respects, a lot of rookies? First game where everybody, the national media, most of you Yunzers out there, had no hope and a prayer given to your Steelers up in Buffalo. What does this do to the psyche of the team?
It's big because, again, they're going to come back, and when you watch the film, it's never as bad as you think it is, but it's never as great as you think it is. So they're going to look at the film and they're going to be like, hey, look, we did some good things. We did some bad things. This was definitely not our best effort, but we got away with a win in a tough place to play up at Orchard Park against a playoff team. So now we're already ahead of the game. We won.
Yep.
And that's all that matters.
Absolutely. And one thing we didn't talk about was you didn't see a lot of blitzing from your Steelers yesterday. That we know Mike Tomlin and Butler like to bring up the blitz, throw those packages. They really didn't have to. Not when you had Cam Hayward eating dinner in the backfield, now Alawalu and Ingram and Highsmith and Watt coming at you, and Mr. Bush and Mr. I don't know what to call him. Numbers, the Shark comes out wearing number 93. I thought Schobert was going to wear number 40. He comes out with number 93 yesterday. They did a great job covering the backs out of the backfield on the tight ends. Just a great defensive performance.
Yeah, and like you said, they didn't blitz as often as they have in the past, and that's great. When you can get that kind of pressure on the quarterback without blitzing, that is huge on the back end. So now all of a sudden the quarterback, he's getting pressure, and where am I going to throw the football? Typically when you bring a blitz, you can go at the blitz or to the opposite side. There's a void in the area.
You're giving something up.
Exactly.
You're right.
And there's hot routes, there's quick reads, there's sight adjustments. But when you're doing that without the blitz and getting that pressure on the quarterback, it's a real struggle. Because now all of a sudden, you're going to be like Andy Dalton from last year when he was the Jets, when he came out and says, I was seeing ghosts.
Seeing ghosts.
Are they playing with 12 men? Now, they did get called for 12 men, but I'm sure Josh Allen felt like there was 12 men out there, a lot more.
That's right. Where I'm going with the blitz is this. Josh Allen's one hell of a quarterback, and you've got a litany of them coming up this year. You've got a litany. With this solid base defense the Steelers had yesterday, like Mike said, when you blitz, you give up something. You create a void that a good quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes will exploit.
Oh, and Josh Allen will exploit it as well.
That's right.
A lot of good quarterbacks. But, and there's a thing, a lot of quarterbacks love that blitz because they know, okay, I can back up. I have that arm strength to get that back foot in the ground and come up over real quick and get the ball out. There's this quick story when I was a rookie and we're trying to study this blitz package, and the Marty Morningwig was working with me on, we got to beat the blitz. I want you to be so good at the blitz that you love the blitz. And he goes, there's a story is when Dan Marino was playing with the Dolphins. I'm not sure who it was, but they blitzed him. Dan Marino threw a touchdown. He ran past the sideline and says, I dare you to effing blitz again.
Yeah, right. Well,
okay, and so that's what it does. And so when you can get that pressure without the blitz, there's too many guys back there. It's really difficult for a quarterback to find someone. And the great teams typically do that. You look at Tampa when they won the Super Bowl with Gruden and Brad Johnson. They played Tampa too. They had, Lynch in the backfield,
right.
John Lynch and Derek Brooks, but they had Warren Sapp and they had Simeon Rice. They were able to create pressure up front with just the front four and drop the linebackers in the coverage and the DB. So again, it's much more difficult to play quarterback when you're getting pressure without the blitz.
If this Steelers defense can stay healthy, because remember last year, Bud goes down, that kid, Mr. Bush, goes down. If this Steelers defense can stay healthy and get a little better and a little bit cockier and a little bit more Lambert's lunatic, because Mikey knows this, to me, defense is a mental state of game. You just got to play it mean and nasty, baby.
And again,
they're going to be good.
TJ Watt has 2 sacks, a strip fumble, okay? Did he have his best stuff? No, he looked a little gassed. They had to rotate him in.
Yeah, he played that well when he did.
And we talked about that. We talked, you said he was going to be great, and
he was great. He had a forced fumble, 2 sacks.
Yeah, and there was, but there was
$100 million you want more than that.
But there's a few plays where you're looking at him and you're like, he's taking a few plays off, and that's where they had to bring him out. When he gets
Can't make him happy.
When he gets into playing shape,
Right.
making those adjustments, cutting on the field, reacting to the screens, and rushing upfield and going back. Once he gets that down, about, I would say, game 2, game 3, he's going to be so much better. That defense will be so much better because now he can be on the field a lot longer than what he was. Again, the Steelers won with not their best stuff. That's the big thing, in my opinion. This is not college football where you still gotta, we didn't have a good win, so we drop in the rankings. No, this is the NFL.
Alabama plays Mercer this week.
This is the NFL.
Who the hell is Mercer?
It doesn't matter. This is the NFL. A win is a win, and it doesn't matter how it happens. It just counts as a win.
All right, up next. Well, I got to be honest with you. My second favorite team in the NFL, the Oakland Raiders.
Is it because of Al Davis, or is it because of just the silver and black? Because Al Davis changed the Raiders colors from the black and gold to the silver and black.
Number 58 for your Pittsburgh Steelers was a bad man. Flip that around, Mike. Jack Lambert would knock your teeth out. Or Super Bowl, he throws the kicker to Cliff Harris on the ground.
Why did you tell me to turn it around? If you don't know who 58 is for Pittsburgh, then you're not allowed to get this.
Yeah, you're not allowed to get this. Look, this is really simple. Log on to Facebook and like Steelers Chalk Talk with me, and I'm Tank, he's Mike, that's the Lambert jersey. Like and share the Steelers Chalk Talk Facebook page, and at the end of this season, 2021, we're gonna give away the Lambert jersey to somebody that likes and shares our Facebook page so they can watch us every week. What do you think about that?
But they also have to know who Jack Lambert is.
They know who Jack Lambert is. If you don't know who Jack Lambert is, you don't deserve to win his jersey.
And the next one might be a Webster.
No, he's talking. Like, share, Steelers Chalk Talk on Facebook, and one lucky, the jersey. Somebody, show them the jersey. Somebody's going to win this jersey. The Lambert jersey, bicentennial jersey. Like, share, Steelers Chalk Talk on Facebook. Maybe even YouTube, too.